this because on prom night, and we just getting deep to find out how and why I'm here. My aunt said, I'll let Jarek use it, but not that rod. Yeah. Because they thought I wasn't around, but I heard them. And I was like, why are they going to let Zarek do it? Zarek be doing all this other stuff. Zarek crazy. Zarek is wild. I'm the one that's not drinking. I'm the one that's responsible. I'm the one that when they go to the club, I sleep in the car so they can go in, do all the drinking, and I can drive everybody back and get us there safely. I was a designated driver, but they don't want me to use a car. So I remember Neil, my brother's friend, let me drive his car, but neither here nor there. But that's kind of how my family has seen me, man. And I never understood why they saw me in a light that just almost brought negative. Like, you know, I'm bringing the hellfire, you know, like, no, man, I'm trying to get us together to do something. So you got that. You got the surge, you got me and the people in my family not being able to, in my mind, not being able to trust my family with the product. We got my family accusing me of stealing, but it wasn't me. So one of the things I wrote here, it says about my decision to build my own path. So I was never looking for permission to be great. I was just going to be what I wanted to be. We have different goals, different drives. And the thing about what I am and what I've done is just try to be great. Let me give you guys the next step. This was when I was 22. I had been to the military.
Experience before you was 22?
Yes. So I had been to the military because I had to go to the military to, you know, get my mind right. Went to the military for 2 years. Got out of the military. Now, I'll tell you, in the military, man, they wanted to keep me in that place, man. They recognized what I brought, and they wanted me to go to officer candidacy school because they were like, you need to be an officer. Listen, man, I'm just a little different. I don't think normal, man. Like my mind is different, Los. So they wanted me to go to officer candidacy school. If you look at my reviews, man, my reviews were off the chain, but I still was a little hood. And so I'll be honest. Now watch it, just go. Here's why I didn't advance in the military how I should have. They wanted us to go out to play some Army military games in the middle of the desert called OEC. What was that? Operational training, OEC, desert training. And I said, I'm newly married. I got this new hot wife over here. I ain't going nowhere for no 45, 60 days. Not me. I'll go next time. They said no. They said, the only way you can't go, and I'm being honest, here we go, D, watch this. They said, the only way you can't go is if something you crazy. You know what I said? Then I'm crazy. So guess what they did to me? They said, okay, you want to be crazy? D.
What?
You want to be crazy? D.
They strapped you up?
What the fuck y'all doing this? You say you crazy? They put me in with people who was crazy.
Wow.
I went to a hospital where the only thing they do is take pills and walk around real slow, like this right here. Hold on. Let me see.
Wow.
That's where I went. And so they're giving me these pills. And it was a real nice, cute little nurse in there. She said, I know what you're doing. And I'm telling you, you don't want to do this. Because they were giving out, watch this be, lithium, real medicine, Zoloft, real medicine. I said, I'd like to talk to whoever's in charge. After about 2 weeks, I said, I'd like to talk to whoever's in charge of this here facility. What you want to talk about? I'd like to discuss the ramifications of my actions and the way that I found myself in this here facility. I don't think that I made the wisest decision in some of the things that I expressed to my superiors. We needed to understand that I ain't crazy.
You had to uncrazy yourself.
I had to uncrazy myself real fast. Because we was getting into talk to people week. And I don't need to talk to nobody because what they're telling them is way more crazy than what I can make up. And they mean it. The guy that wanted everybody to be on fire, he meant it. I didn't. I just didn't want to go to the desert.
Right, uh-huh.
Okay, it's out there. I told it. It's the truth. So, let me tell you what happened. When I got out, my sergeant was like, you ready to go now to the desert? I said, absolutely, man. All right, y'all, okay. The reason they wanted me to go to the desert, you know why they wanted me to go to the desert? I'm gonna be honest.
What's the reason?
Because I was good at what I did, man. I was in control of when the tanks go out and they shoot ordnance. And if the tank malfunctions, you can't kill nobody. You need to have everything working in order for this tank to go out and kill people. That's what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was the best at making sure that whatever equipment you needed to go out and kill people, you had it. Whether it was 2 o'clock in the morning and you needed a thermal receiving unit and nobody else could find it, I could. See, the way the military is set up, you got different divisions, you got to talk to this person, then you got to get a requisition, you got to do that. Not me. Remember I told you, let's go back to when I knew how to make a deal when I was selling services? So if you needed a thermal receiving unit, and I know that this place got it, but the guy who I need to talk to get him to wake up and to sign off, he gonna take 45 minutes to an hour to get that. Then we got to go through this paperwork, and then he may say somebody else need it. I went and got it. My warrant officer and my officers gave me, how would I say this, D? They said, hey man, watch this. Okay, here it is, D, watch this. Hey man, just follow the rules. Get us what we need, but stay within the rules. I said, That's what they needed, and that's what they wanted me out, and that's why they wanted me out there. Because when those tanks are out there, they could sit for a whole day and not go through finish their training. Because the other guy's like, Well, they told me that we could come back at 7 o'clock and then we could requisition. And once we requisition, I could get you back. They want to shoot tonight.
Now.
I made sure they had it that night.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my call. This is Papa Lima Lima, fits you. And I got that TRU. And they say, thank you, Papa Lima Lima. And Papa Lima Lima is PLL. I was a PLL clerk, prescribed load list. So I was a PLL TAMS clerk. I dealt with millions of dollars worth of equipment that goes on these tanks. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that I was valuable to and they wanted me there. Nice. But they had to show me a lesson. What they say nowadays, pop around and find out. I messed around and found out I never want to play crazy again. So I went out and did my time. Came back in a couple of months, get a brand new wife, and, made a baby. So, but I was young. And I was used to the street. When I say I ain't want to do something, I don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. This ain't the best time for me. I'll go next time. That's not how the military works.
You thought you could tell them what to do, right?
Yeah, this is a job. What you mean? I don't want to go to the desert right now. I just told you I got a new wife. She Dominican, young, hot. I ain't going nowhere. You ain't gonna make me.
Oh wow!
So that's me in my 20s in terms of how I operated, and how I operated is get the job done. Get the job done. Get the job done. So now we're getting into some of the things, Lo, and all of this has brought us to what's going on with Jubielee. And let me say this, Lo. I appreciate people for logging on and listening to this story. I appreciate people for taking the time. It's 3 o'clock in our time. What time is it here? 2 o'clock? Okay, it's 2 o'clock here. It's 3 o'clock with you. But I appreciate the people that stopped by, because I sent this message out to probably 15, 20 people, Lo. And granted, they could be working, they could be doing other things, and and I get it. But many other people that I sent it to, Lo, I guess they just not interested in knowing and understanding me. And I get it. I have to accept it. But now we're gonna get to again, all of this is revolved around why this Jubielee app and what has pushed me to get to this point. Why did I have the decision that I had to build my own? So now let me tell you about the times as I started this app. We're going to talk about how many times people have tried to take this company from me. Back in 2022, when we were still getting things going, I approached a group. It was a group of Black investors. And the only thing I needed, Lo, was bridge money. Now, let me explain bridge money. Bridge money is, okay, so I just need a little money to get me across the bridge. Mm-hmm. And so what the bridge money is like when people do transfers, I just have to make sure that I can cover all of those transfers until the actual processing happens. Bridge money, get me to the other side of the bridge. So I didn't need a lot. And so with this group, they said, okay, we went through, they saw the business, but when they looked at the numbers and what this business could do, they gave me an alternate plan. They said, okay, look, we don't want to just give you any money. We want to partner with you. And I thought, okay, partnership. Okay, what that look like? So the way they wanted to do the partnership was, it was two guys. They each wanted 33% in terms of to break it down. So we break it down, my company, my thoughts, my blood, sweat, tears, as they say, all of that. I'm going to split it 3 ways. They're a partnership. They're a group. But instead of it being their group and my group, they wanted to break it down to where it's 1, 2, 3. So now they got 66% of the company. I asked, well, how does that go with voting rights and things like that? They were like, well, we just vote on how we should move. And, the majority vote wins. So I said, but you two are together. They were like, well, no, but we wouldn't go against you. You've been doing well. So they're saying, no, we won't go against you. Well, what do you mean? You mean, so if you won't go against me and I'm going to have the ability, then why do you need 66%? When they also said that the way we divided the profits would be how much money you put into the investment. So I put 200,000 in, they put 800,000 in, they get 80% of the profit. I said, wait a minute. You got 66% of voting and you're getting 80% of the profit? That's not how this works. That's not how an investment works. Let's just go to the 250 where I don't need any partnership. Just give me the loan so I don't need the money to spend it. I need the money once I already have the money. So here's what I mean by that. I don't need it until I've already got it. So let's just say somebody comes along, Lowe's, and they spend $100. And we charge $104. I'm giving it away. I need to be able to cover that $100, Lo. That's it.
Yes.
Because I'm going to get $104 in a couple of days. And I think that's where people get it mixed up, because when we transfer money, we only get a small percent.
A very small percent.
And not only do we only get a small percent, hold on, let's see. Not only do we get a small percent, not only do we get a small percent, we also split that with the bank. So it's not like, we get the 100. No, we got to give you the 100. So it's like, Jesus, where are we, man? Where are we in this? So, to bring that, I guess, like full circle of, they wanted to change everything. And so when I couldn't accept it, they said, that I was making a huge mistake. And I'm like, well, if I sell it, or if I do this deal, that's going to be the biggest mistake, because I'm giving you the company. Let's just do the 250 and you make the interest off of that. So they weren't interested in that. They wanted to take the business. So that was the first time. Tell you what we'll do, Lo. Let's take a minute break and look at some of the other things that we're doing. I think we'll show your commercial and the other one. And then we'll come back and talk about the second time, just this past October. What was that? August? October. That was August, October. I went that deep. Is that August? October? No, it was October, right, brother? October.
Last year.
Yeah, September, October 2024. And we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to tell you what I think happened this year, because I'm going to tell it all. So we'll be right back. Let us play a quick video. And again, Lo, I think I got the comments all messed up, so I apologize for that. But anyway, we're going to play this quick little video and give us a little minute to break, and then we'll be right back. So let's see what we're going to show. Let's see, what are we going to show? This is a guy that didn't believe, and then he did it himself. So hold on, here we go. Let's see. Here we go. We're gonna play both of his. Here we go.
And I'm gonna send you 1,000 pesos. I'm gonna send it to the ATM, Bank of Reserve or Banco Popular.
Yo, this is some kind of bank. This is like
ATM. I'm gonna send it to the ATM. All you need to do is go there.
Alicia Martinez Bank.
No, this is real bank, real money.
Juan Pablo
No,
Martinez.
sir. I'm gonna send it to you at the bank.
Real bank.
Yeah. You don't need a credit card or a bank card. I'm gonna send you the codes. I'm gonna send you the number
Julio
codes.
Iglesias.
I'm gonna send you the codes. You go to the bank, put the numbers in, and you're gonna get 1,000 pesos.
I get to keep the 1,000.
Yeah, I'm just sending it to you. You know, hey, I'm
Let's
sending
do
you
it.
1,000
Let's
pesos.
go. Send that shit.
Tony, Anthony, what do you think about Jubielee?
Ooh, girl, I just got 1,000 pesos from the cajero. Sin tarjeta. What's in your wallet? Ding, 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 ding.
There we go. Yeah, so that was Anthony, who he didn't believe it. He was like, man, this ain't real. And as soon as he saw it, he was like, man. So Anthony is a firm believer in the app. I wonder if is Anthony on? Let me see. I think Anthony was on. I let him come on and talk about it. But again, man, listen, I do appreciate everybody for coming on and just kind of seeing this, because all of this started. Los, you want to give a recap so we can kind of bring people up, because they may have started in the middle. You give a recap of just what we're talking about today. I'll give you the floor.
Wow. It's been an interesting year, man, so far. The main reason why for this show, we want to talk about how a lot of us are complaining about the wrong things, worrying about why things is lagging, why things is not processing fast enough, what they normally used to see with the app. And let's touch on that real quick.
Okay, so let's touch on that. People want to know why the app lags. Well, let me tell you why we're having the problems. We are constantly getting hacked. We get about 9 million hits every single day. So here's what people are doing. When you log into our app, you have to get an OTP code, right? So we send you that email. As a matter of fact, I'll pull it up just so you can see what people are doing. What people are doing daily. So what ends up happening is they spam Gmail, Yahoo, they spam all these servers in our name, because when we send you the email, you see the reply to address. They take that reply to address, they stick it onto a spam bot, and then we get the spam. So we get emails like this. Hold on. I'm gonna, can I bring it up? I'm trying to think if I have that access in this computer. I don't think I have access on this computer, but I do have access to my, hold on. Here we go. Here's what I'll do. I'll go to my Skype. I'm gonna go to my Skype and I'm gonna pull it up so they can see, Lo. So what they'll be able to see is, hold on, let me pull this up. Hold on. You'll be able to see how people steal our information, send it to bots, and why we get people saying, I can't get my code. We can't get the code because people are actively trying to stop you from getting the code. We have lag because people are signing up for the app and then having all these different signups, 2,000-3,000 signups with all 2,000-3,000 trying to join at the same time. Mm-hmm. So what I've had to do is just fight it. We had to fight a lot of that. Like seriously, we had to fight it. I'm trying to see if I can bring it up. Wait a minute. How can I can search for it? I just type in. Let me just type in hack, because I know I've said that word a lot in my group. Okay, so that's why we have lag sometimes, guys. For real, it's simply because we're dealing with other issues. We're dealing with people taking email servers. We're dealing with people having, let me tell you. So we shared our code with a couple of people who were talking about wanting to buy into the business. So what these people did, and this is the first time I'm revealing this, so now they know that I know. But what these people were doing is they had a copy of our code. And so in the code is like where we have the email and how we go out and get it. So what they would do, and I'm letting them know that I know what you were doing and I stopped it. So continue to try to do what you're doing, but I know what you did last summer. And I know what you did in January and December and November. I know, just so that you know. I want you to know, if you're watching the show, know that I know that you have been using my code and stealing the email and stealing the passwords and sending it to spam bots, because what I did was I changed all the servers, and the old code still had the previous servers. And then I changed the password on the old server to make you think that I was changing the password. And you took that old password and sent it to a spam bot so that it could happen again, not knowing that I'd set that up as a test just to check. So I know what you were doing. I just want to let people know that I am no fool, and I've been dealing with people that have said they want to be a part of what I'm doing. And these are things that people don't understand when they say, well, why is it lagging, or why is it doing this? It's because, not because the app is glitching, it's because people are constantly trying to shut it down. Now, one of the things that you said, Lo, you said that people were saying in the group that, you know, it has bugs, it has this. Not necessarily bugs, but it has things. It's not. Listen, man. My budget for all of this is my budget, like my budget. When you talk about Western Union and Remitly and all these places, you say, "Oh, these apps run fine. These apps run great." Well, you do know that they have 50 programmers working around the clock to make sure. So it's not that the app works great. It's just that when somebody exploits something, then they're able to fix it quickly, so you never see it. I simply don't have the team of 50 people that's working around the clock to catch everything. You think that the app has no problems. You think people aren't having issues, but it's when a few people have an issue, they're able to fix it immediately. When I have a problem, then I've got to kind of work around it and make it happen. But again, in the 4 years that we have been on, there's not one person who has not received their money. There's not one person that can say, I didn't get my money with Jubielee, because believe you me, we've got people that use the app and it almost hurts them to use it because they don't want it to work. They use it because it works and they want to send it real quick, but they don't want to embrace it because, let me tell you this quick story and then we'll go to a quick break. But let me tell you this story. I heard this and I want to share it because it's very true. If you Google it, you'll see research. It's called the monkeys in the water. And I've said this once before, but let me tell you about monkeys in the water. Monkeys are deathly afraid of water, right? So what researchers did, they put bananas at the top of the cage. And then when the monkeys try to go up and get the banana, they would spray the monkey and spray the people at the bottom. I mean, the monkeys at the bottom. They're not people, the monkeys at the bottom. So the monkeys go crazy. So every time a monkey had the nerve to go and try to get a banana, they would spray them, but not only spray them, they would spray the other monkeys. The monkey started saying or started doing this. When somebody went to go get the banana D, the other monkeys would beat the hell out the monkey trying to go get something. You know why? Because they said, we don't want the water. They would beat the hell out of the monkey because they said, we don't want the water. So then here's what the researchers did. They replaced one monkey that got hit with water with a monkey that was brand new, never got hit with water. So now the other 4 monkeys, they're not going to get that banana because they know about the water. But when new monkey went to go get the banana because he said, shit, there's some bananas up there. Y'all don't see that? When he went to go get the banana, the other 4 monkeys grabbed and beat the hell out of him. So he tried to do it again. They grabbed, beat the hell out of him again. He doesn't understand, but what now he understands is, I better not go and get that banana. So guess what they do, Lo? Now, mind you, we have 4 monkeys that have been hit with water. One monkey that's never been hit with water, but when he tried to go get the banana, they beat the hell out of him. They removed another monkey that had got hit with water. So now you've got 2 new monkeys and 3 old monkeys. 3 old monkeys got hit with water. 1 new monkey never got hit with water, but he ain't climbing up that tree because he got the hell beat out of him. And guess what happened? New monkey starts climbing. And the other 4, 3 who got hit with water, that said, oh, you better not. And one of them that's just going to beat the hell out of him because that's what you do if somebody climb the tree. The 4 monkeys beat the hell out of him. So this went on where they replaced all the monkeys who have been hit with water. Now you have monkeys who have never been hit with water, but anytime somebody or another monkey tries to climb the tree, they beat the hell out of him. So that's what happened with us. Anytime somebody wanted to do something, they whipped them. I want to read. Whip him. I want to run away. Whip him. I want to get married. That lady cute. Whip him. I want more out of life. Whip him. And what we do as a people and what those guys did in the group is when they see me climbing that tree to get the banana, they want to beat the hell out of me and don't even know why. The only thing they know is that we're not supposed to be going to get that banana. But I'm not afraid to go get the banana, so I'm trying to figure out, guys, why won't we go get the banana? And no one can explain to me why I shouldn't have a company that deals with money, because the money is in the money. Listen to me, Lo. The money is in the money. Why would guys tell you that you are promoting it too much? Why would black men tell another black man that they're promoting another black man? They're promoting another black man doing something that's done by white people, that you're doing it, you're promoting too much. You're talking about, you're trying to get the banana. Do you know what's going to happen? Nothing. I get the banana and share it with everybody. Then we're all eating bananas. I'm going to say something now. I got Shelby. Shelby just said, wow. And if you guys are in the group, go ahead and chat. Can they chat? Let me tell you about